Scientific revolution was the golden age for the people commit to scholarly life in science, but it was also a deeply trying moment to some scientific individuals that lead their painful death or condemnation from the religious institutions who tried to preserve their faith, religion, and theological views. Some rulers and religious leaders did not accept many of the early works of the scientists, but this did not stop people, especially the scientists, to satisfy their curiosity of natural and physical world. It is very significant in the development of human beings, transformation of society, and in the formulation of scientific ideas. It significantly improved conduct of scientific investigations, experiments, and observations. The scientific revolution also led to the creation of new research fields in science and prompted the establishment of a strong foundation for a modern science. In many ways, scientific revolution transformed the natural world and the world of ideas. So, science as idea, it includes ideas, theories, and all the available systematic explanations and observation about the natural and physical world. Science as intellectual activity. It, in, it, incom, it encompasses a scientific and practical study of natural and physical world. This process of study involves systematic observation and experimentation. Science as body of knowledge. So, it is an it is a subject of a discipline, a field of study, or a body of knowledge that deals with the process of learning about the natural and physical world. This is what we refer at school or as school science. Science as personal and social activity. This explains that science is both knowledge and activities done by human beings to develop better understanding about world around us. It means to improve life and to survive in life. It is interwoven with people's lives. Charles Darwin, it is a famous for his theory of evolution. He changed our concept of the world's creation and its evolution. Charles Darwin is a genius who came from a line of intellectual, gifted, and wealthy family. He published his book, The Origin of Species, in 1589. This book is considered to be one of the most important works in scientific literature. Darwin collected many significant materials in order to present his theory with overwhelming evidences. And in his book, it presents evidences on how species evolved over time and presented traits and adaptation that differentiate species. Accomplishments were so diverse that it is useful to distinguish two fields to which he made major contribution: evolutionary biology and philosophy of science. He also provided a different framework for doing scientific activities. It is a science marked by observation and experiment. Second, Freud. Freud is a famous figure in the field of psychology, a towering literary figure, and a very talented communicator who did his share to raise the consciousness of the civilized world in the psychology matters. Freud also made a significant contribution in the scientific world through the development of an important observational method to gather reliable data to study humans' inner life. This method is popularly known as the method of psychoanalysis. The, the, the scientific hypothesis he formulated formed the essential fundamental version of this method. For Freud, this method of psychoanalysis is a scientific way to study the human mind and neurotic illness. His method of psychoanalysis was proven to be effective in understanding some neurological conditions that were not understood by medicine. His method was unorthodox, focusing on human sexuality and the evil nature of man. Mesoamerica region is rich. Mesoamerica region is rich in culture, knowledge prior to the arrival of European colonizers. Mesoamerica adapt new technology, implement social identities and political reforms, establish symbolic and religious meanings, and improve intercity relations, which all call the systems theory and used in the processual archaeology. The Maya civilization. These people are known for their works in astronomy. They incorporated their advanced understanding of astronomy into their temples and other religious structures. This allowed them to use their temples for astronomical observation. Mayan knowledge and understanding about celestial bodies was advanced for their time, as evidenced by their knowledge of predicting eclipse and using astrological cycles in planting and harvesting. The Mayans are also known for measuring time using two complicated calendar systems. These calendars were very useful for their life, especially in planning their activities and in observing the religious rituals and cultural celebrations. The Mayans also developed the technology for growing different crops and building elaborate cities using ordinary machineries and tools. They built hydraulic system with sophisticated waterways to supply water to different communities, use various tools, and adapt themselves to innovations, especially in the field of arts. The Mayans built looms for weaving cloth and devised a rainbow of glittery paints made from mineral called mica. They are also believed to be one of the first people to produce rubber products. The Mayans are considered one of the most scientifically advanced society in Mesoamerica. Next, the Inca civilization. Inca civilization is also famous in Mesoamerica. The Incas made advanced scientific ideas considering their limitations as an old civilization. The following were scientific ideas and tools that they developed to help them in everyday life. Roads paved with stones, buildings that surmounted earthquakes and other disasters, irrigation system and technique for storing water for their crops, to grow in all types of lands, calendar with 12 months to mark the religious festival and prepare them for planting season. The first suspension bridge. Kipo, a system of knotted ropes to keep records that only experts can interpret. Textiles. since cloth was one of the specially prized artistic achievements.